What is happiness? Or what makes people feel that their life is fulfilled and happy? It's a question that has been asked by scientists and philosophers for as long as we can remember, in which a lot of great minds have tried to answer. Some have tried to answer the question by looking at troubled people and what will make them happy. Abraham Maslow, an American psychologist, took a different approach and tried to answer this question by looking at the happiest and greatest people at the time and then analyzing what motivated them to get there. He rationalized that everyone has an innate desire to live a fulfilled and happy life, and that the actions we do each day are steps towards reaching this aim. So the question is then, what motivates us to do these actions? Maslow suggested that motivation can be broken up into different levels, where our first and foremost motivations are for our basic needs like food, water, and shelter. Once we have fulfilled those needs, we have a desire to fulfill more advanced needs such as social, love, and esteem. And when these are met, we then strive to grow and develop as a person and find our individual potential in life. This may be an artist who lives his passion for painting or an engineer who builds things he dreams about. Maslow drew this concept as a pyramid with 5 levels in what is known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It was published in his 1943 paper, A Theory of Human Motivation, and later refined in his subsequent book, Motivation and Personality. In the pyramid, each of the 5 levels represents a human need and builds on the previous need. The lowest levels are made of the most basic needs, while the complex needs are at the top of the pyramid. Let's take a look at these needs in more detail by looking at a person who starts off with nothing. Physiological needs. Our first need is to survive. These physiological needs include the air to breathe, food to eat, water to drink, and sleep. When they aren't fulfilled, it will be the main thing we are preoccupied with. For example, if we are extremely hungry, it's hard to focus on anything else besides food. Other basic needs might be clothes and shelter to keep us warm. Safety needs. Once our most basic needs for survival are consistently met, safety becomes our next primary aim. In the old times, this would be shelter to protect us from the weather and predators from eating us. In modern life, while we might not have the same dangers of being eaten by animals, we might still live in an unsafe environment or face violent conditions and have the need to move to somewhere safer. The safer need extends further than just physical safety. They can also include job security and having some savings in the bank account. Without money, we might worry about how we can put shelter over our head or feed ourselves. And because of these, we might sometimes take a low-paying job or jobs we don't like to help us meet this need. We might also feel unprotected from illness and injury unless we have health insurance or healthcare. Whilst we don't necessarily need them, we can feel more confident and happy knowing that we can face minor bumps in life. Love and belonging need. Once we are satisfied and feel safe, we have time to think about what we want next in life. At this stage, we move on to the need for love and belonging. Humans are social creatures that crave human relationship, love, and belonging. Without it, we can feel lonely, anxious, and depressed. And with it, we can cope better with difficult times. While it's important for personal relationships with close family and friends, we also need it from social groups, communities, churches, and religious organizations. It's important for us to accept and be accepted. Numerous studies have shown that the happiest people are generally those involved with the communities. Esteem need. Once we have the love and belongingness from friends, family, and the community, we might feel the need to be seen for our talents and capabilities. We do this by dedicating ourselves to our hobbies or professions and excelling in it, or building materialistic wealth to show success or status. According to Maslow, there are 2 versions of esteem need. One is the lower and the other is the higher. The lower version of esteem need involves other people's opinions of us, the need to gain their respect, attention, and admiration. The higher version of esteem need is more focused on our internal opinions of ourselves, which includes cultivating respect, self-mastery, self-confidence, independence, and a general sense of gratitude and appreciation for our own selves. Self-actualization need. The last ladder of the pyramid is when we focus on personal growth, achievement, and happiness. Unlike the other needs, this need looks different for everyone. One person might find their potential in music or arts, whilst another might be an engineer who builds the things he dreams about, or an actor who loves to perform. Self-actualization is past any materialistic needs. It also means contributing to society or a greater good. And it isn't a permanent state, but rather an ongoing need for personal growth and discovery. We can separate the hierarchy into two different types of needs: deficiency needs and growth needs. Physiological, security, social, and esteem needs are deficiency needs. These are needs where motivation to fulfill them becomes stronger the longer they are denied. And when they aren't met, we have some unpleasant feeling or consequences. Without food, we will feel hungry. Without safety, there's a sense of danger and worry. When we don't have love, we might feel lonely. Once they are met, our motivation for them decreases. Growth needs are the opposite. They aren't from what we lack, but the desire to become better and grow as a person. The motivation for it grows even when the need has been met. Maslow points out that the hierarchy is a general idea. Not all levels need to be completely filled before pursuing the next levels. But it does give us a guideline on how to have a balanced life. If we focus too much on the top, then we might be sacrificing our basic health and safety. If we focus too much on the bottom, then perhaps we aren't reaching our full potential or aren't contributing to a greater good. The final result being that we might never feel content with life. Through Maslow's pyramid and the understanding what motivates people, we can use this to help us build a healthy workplace, organization, and society. In the workplace, knowing that safety is one of the basic needs, we can make sure that employees are receiving adequate income and have a safe and reliable job. The next level of happiness comes from the desire to be part of a larger group and feel a sense of belonging. It's essential then to build a positive relationship between the company and employees. Creating an environment where people can feel like they're a part of a team, build friendship, and form professional relationships are all important factors for a happy job. According to Maslow's pyramid, the need for esteem can naturally follow. By making sure there are work and learning opportunities available and a good place for people to do their work, people will naturally strive to excel and be recognized and valued. At this stage, we should praise people for their good work, as it can be a greater motivator than more financial compensation. Some people might even strive to reach their self-actualization within the company and aspire to be a manager or a leader to help others grow. Now, there are many factors in life, and an employee might just be happy meeting their basic physiological and safety needs at work and have no desire for social or esteem needs due to their personal situation or just their personality. Or they might come to work purely for social needs. So it's important to get to know employees and colleagues on an individual basis and understand what motivates them or what makes them happy. Criticism. Now, while the popular hierarchy gives us a clean and logical diagram of human motivation, humans are very complex beings and not everyone will fit into it. Also, Maslow's analysis was based on what he saw as successful people, but success is subjective, and others might disagree with them being the definition of successful. However, I do strongly feel that Maslow's pyramid gives us a good guideline for society where people feel more happy and fulfilled in life, that people are capable of and do have the desire to reach self-actualization. But unfortunately, the progress is sometimes disrupted because they are unable to meet the lower level needs. These may be because of losing their job, going through divorces, living in an unsafe family environment, or just general life experiences. But if we can support those who are lacking the basic needs to community or government level support, people would naturally want to grow themselves and contribute to a better society.